Are you ready? Get up, get up. Get up, get up.
Hi everybody, Internet. My name is Anjy Divine and I am a customer success manager with a company called Laserfish. And what I do for a living is I'm a software analyst person, handles pretty much everything. But on the side, I am a fitness competitor. I compete in women's masters figure, 45 and over. So yeah, I'm over the age of 45 and that's what I do as a hobby. So how many times have I competed? Actually, I started in bikini and then I promptly found out that I had way too much muscle for bikini, so I went on to figure, and I have been competing in women's figure for since 2014. I started with small shows, you know, Anaheim Fit Expo, and also Lauren Powers, love her to death. She really gives back to the athletes as well. And then I made my way up to NPC, so I am an NPC athlete. I love competing in the Chris Minnis's shows. I do at least 2 a year. Right now I'm actually going to be doing 4 this year, so I've already done the Samson Showdown in Vegas. I took 2nd and 3rd. This year I did the NPC Motherload in Reno. I took 2nd and 3rd, and then I'm getting ready to do June 22nd in Riverside at the NPC West Coast. What started me in this was the fact that I actually used to weigh 225 pounds. I am a full gastric bypass patient, and a doctor tell me at the age of 42 that if I didn't change my ways, I was going to die in 2 years, that I wasn't going to see 44. I have 3 kids, all daughters, 25, 18, and 12, and at the time they were very young, and I couldn't do that to them. I lost my mother at a very young age. I was 28, she was 50. All the things that she has missed, I knew that I couldn't do that to my own children. So with that being said, I did have the full gastric bypass. I lost 110 pounds, and people ask me all the time, would I have done something differently? Probably not. I had high blood pressure and diabetes super bad, so I chose to go ahead and do the gastric bypass because I knew that part of my diseases would go away right away. So how I got into the fitness part was I knew that if I wanted to tone up, I didn't want to be, I call it skinny fat, like where you were super thin, but you had like no muscle. I had that whole no acetol problem, you know, like literally I was like a bat with the crack. And so I actually enjoyed going to the gym with my husband finally and doing things that I wouldn't have necessarily done heavier. I knew that eating would have to be different and whatnot, so I started working out, and then I had a girlfriend out of nowhere, and gorgeous woman. She's 5'9", I'm 5'1" on a good day. 5'9", you know, legs for days. She's like, oh, you should compete. And I went, what? I'm like, no, nobody wants to see this on stage. She goes, no, you would totally enjoy it. It'd be something that you would love to do. I was like, she goes, look, YouTube it. So that's what I did. I started investigating, you know, what is a bikini competitor? So I started looking into it. She goes, there's a height bracket and an age bracket. I went, what? Age bracket? At the time I was 44. I was like, okay, let me look. So I started looking up videos, and I was like, oh, I could do this. I could totally do this. You know, I done pageants when I was younger, danced professionally when I was younger for Ballet Folklorico, so I know the stage. It wasn't something that was unfamiliar to me. So in doing so, I went ahead and I started working out a little more. I went to her coach and then did my very first show at Venice Beach, of all places, on July 4th for Independence Day. Now, granted, I took 3rd in my division. I think there were 5 women in it, so, but it was fun. It was something that I found out. So I knew I needed to look for a solid coach that would help me through my journey. And so I actually Yelped my coach, of all things. I looked for a coach in my area, which is in Riverside, California. And it was funny. So he came up and I met him, and he's like, you know, I know you want to do bikini, but you should really consider doing figure. And I went, I don't want that much muscle. I don't know, it's not for me. And so we did one show together as a bikini competitor, and I got dinged. I got dinged left and right for having way too much muscle. And I was like, fine, I don't like to lose because I'm super competitive. and I went ahead and I moved it up to figure. We put a bigger back on me. I have an Instagram page, Anjy Divine 951 Fit, and you'll see a lot of my transformation, anywhere from when I was a heavy girl to when I became thin, to where I started with my very small bikini back to my very large figure back. So it was it's a great journey. It's something that I enjoy doing completely. People tell me I'm insane for staying on prep pretty much 90% of the year, and because you still have life and family and everything that is there in front of you. You have work and you have children and you have things like travel ball of all things. I have travel ball. Life gets in the way, but that's okay. You make yourself disciplined enough to say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and because I like to do it, not because I want to. It's definitely become a lifestyle for me and my husband. He competed in his first show at the Samson, did well, took third, and now he's hooked.
They stop because of money. Works in my blood and I kill because I'm hungry.